As our photography adventure continues, we remain immersed amongst the aspen forests of Colorado. Millions of trees cover the foothills of the San Juan Mountains, and every corner of the forest offers a new opportunity to create something that is truly special. In this episode, we take a little break from reality and start to look at photography from a whole new perspective. With one simple technique, we learn how to turn a sprawling aspen forest into an abstract work of art. As we walk a delicate balance of time and exposure, a whole new world of possibilities opens up right before our eyes. And we're back shooting more aspens. We've got this beautiful overcast day, lots of soft light all around, and it's a great time to get into the forest and start building out little detailed compositions. So one winning formula that I like for shooting aspens is to get the high ground and shoot down. I'm going to show you the composition here in just a second. So as you can see, I have a very beautifully balanced scene from an exposure standpoint. I have trees, forest, foliage, leaves in the background, and everything is for the most part nice and evenly exposed. Now, here's where people go wrong. Watch what happens when we aim the camera up. Look at all those exposure burnouts. The sky is significantly brighter than the forest. And no matter how much dynamic range your camera has, that kind of exposure disparity is really difficult to overcome. So the best thing that we can do is take the high ground, aim our compositions down into the forest, and even out that exposure equation. All right, now we're gonna try some cool looking artsy fartsy stuff. You've probably seen these compositions before where the aspen trees are a whole bunch of streaks that kind of go up and down in this soft, blurry, out of focus coolness. All right, it's actually pretty easy to do. So the concept is somewhat similar to waterfall photography. Basically, we leave the shutter open for a long duration of time, water spills over the fallway, and it creates these long, beautiful time-lapsing streaks. Well, in this case, we're actually gonna use motion to create the streaks. So here's what we do. We open our shutter. For 0.3 seconds, I'm at f14, and I'm just gonna hit the shutter button and basically move the camera. Watch. As you can see, with one simple flick of the wrist, we can easily turn an aspen forest into a silky smooth oil painting. This is where we get to let our creative rabbit out of the hat. The motion blur technique enables us to reduce and simplify our aspen forest into a series of fundamental elements. Composition and color flow like water in smooth, vertical lines. And just for now, we get to release our grip on all of the rigorous attention that we pay to sharpness, exposure, and all of the other technical details that we often fret over. It's kinda nice getting to be a painter for a day. Images like this add a little splash of variety into the photography portfolio, and they help us to understand that we can build our own version of reality right inside the camera. It's a nice little departure from the many disciplines of the landscape world. Now that you have this clever little technique up your sleeve, you can turn just about anything into a work of art. So get on out there, open up that shutter, move your camera, and create a nice little fantasy of your own. So basically that up and down panning motion creates a motion blur of beautiful, creamy, soft aspen trunks going up and down. And we can use this to build out some really creative compositions.